In this episode, we're going to look at communist propaganda from inside the government. CSIS, the RCMP, and the Conservative Party have informed the public that the Liberal Party has been compromised. They are conspiring with the Chinese Communist Party, and they've breached national security. In a video that you can see on Google that was done in 1984, Yuri Bezmenov, who was a KGB defector, tells how the Communist Party takes over a country. He says that they send infiltrators into the country, and those infiltrators set out, largely with the use of propaganda, to demoralize the people and destabilize the country. It's important that we learn about the communist propaganda, learn to recognize it and reject it, because this is the way this war is played. It's a psychological game, and we have to be on guard. The following excerpts from a 1964 video tell about the Communist Manifesto, and you hear what Lenin and Stalin contributed to the methodology that would be used in many countries and is still being used here in Canada today.
With Phase 1, that of dividing the population, completed, the revolutionists were ready to move into Phase 2 of the communist blueprint for takeover. Create the appearance of popular support. In every country now part of the Red Slave Empire, the actual number of Communist Party members at the time of takeover has been less than 1% of the total population. As Lenin phrased it,
communism must be built with non-communist hands.
By cleverly beguiling thousands of well-intentioned people into unwittingly supporting the revolutionary program, the dedicated 1% can trick the 99% into surrendering their birthright. This they do by hiding the true communist objectives behind appealing slogans and pretended humanitarian goals. As Stalin explained,
the revolutionary accepts reform in order to use it as a cover for his illegal work.
After the communists have found some issue or point of difference upon which they can divide the people, get them fighting among themselves rather than their common enemy, the next step is to create the appearance of popular support for the communists' war of national liberation. They have been devastatingly successful thus far. Yet in one country after another, there have been alert, informed individuals who saw the signs, recognized the patterns of conquest, and raised their voices to warn the people. Against just such a contingency, the communists developed the third phase of their blueprint for world domination: neutralize the opposition.
We can and must write in a language which sows among the masses hate, revulsion, and scorn toward those who disagree with us.
A Communist Party directive issued in 1943 reads,
members and front organizations must continually embarrass, discredit, and degrade our critics. When obstructionists become too irritating, label them as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic. Constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind.
Here's a short list of propaganda that the Liberal government has been thrusting upon us for a number of years. First and foremost, they want to display that they have all the power. They can do whatever they want. They can insult the public. They act as though the whole system is their sandbox and they make the rules, and they can spend what they want, and they don't have to account to us, and they can attack us with police, and they don't have to follow any rules. Well, if we believe this, If enough people believe this, then Canada falls and the communists win. Now, here's one of the tactics they used to try and convince you that they have all the power, that they can do whatever they want, they can violate your rights. And what that was is they brought in mandatory vax policy for travel that applied to truckers and everyone else going across the border. This was a violation of informed consent. It was a violation of liberty, and it was even a threat to life because there was many people who got vax injured and died. So this was a horrific act against the people, violent act. Canadian truckers decided enough is enough. 3,000 of them headed out to go to Ottawa to make a claim that they're not accepting this to the federal government. This protest was the largest, most well focused, organized protest that this country has ever seen. They were adamant, they were peaceful, there was fabulous camaraderie, massive support from the public in general. Every day people came and get to give their support. They brought food, they brought clothes, they brought cards, they brought drawings from their kids, all kinds of ways to show their appreciation, show their respect for what was being done. And